Hi, so this is just a really quick one. Basically, just to highlight my bargain of the week. I popped to my local comic shop today just to see what was out there because I was a bit bored. And picked up a few comics and then I thought I'll just see if they've got any sale items. Went around the back and I found one. And I was really surprised by this one. And this is Tales of the Batman, J.H. Williams III. Really nice, handsome, thick, chunky hardback. Now, normally this retails for $49.99, and as you can see, it's basically all his Batman artwork. So there's well over 450 pages in here, and it's got stories by Grant Morrison, Doug Monch, however you pronounce it, D. Curtis Johnson, Seth Fisher, Mick Gray, and Kelly Jones. So yeah, it's basically cherry-picked all the Batman artwork done by J.H. Williams. It's from a series. I don't know if they're still doing these or not, but I'm going to hunt for some of these as well. I especially want to hunt for the Jim Aparo one, because I'm from that generation who grew up with Jim Aparo as like the definitive Batman artist in the early 80s. And Archie Goodwin is another one I really want to get. It's a really solid writer. And very tempted with Gene Colan as well. Common Infantino, liked him more on The Flash, so I don't think I'll bother with that one. But the other three, I'm definitely going to look for on eBay and in sale bins, etc. So yeah, this cost me, like I said, it's $49.99. The full price they were showing in my shop before discount was £34, and I got it for £12.99. So, pardon me. Pardon me again. So as you can see, there's quite a number of stories, quite a few from Legends of Dark Knight, which I wish they'd do a chronological reprint series of the Legends of Dark Knight, because some real great stories in there, and then the rest of them, which sadly today's generation will never experience because they've not been collected unless they get them in digital. I mean, J.H. Williams' artwork, this is some of his earlier stuff, but even then, you could see what a stylist he was. I'm not going to go into it too much, just going to give you like a highlight. But yeah, so dynamic. He's one of my favourite artists. And I think in some ways I preferred his earlier stuff because it didn't get as... it sounds a bit scandalous, this, but it didn't get as design orientated. So it's much easier to read. I mean, his artwork is beautiful to look at now, but it's so dense art-wise that it can feel a bit of a puzzle to read at times. But I adore his early stuff, I really do. I think he did a series called Chase as well, which was great. But yeah, he's such a cool artist. And if you're a Milestone fan like I am, a series that is well worth looking for is Death Wish. I think it's called Death Wish, which he did the art for. And it's just a great little crime thriller with a really good twist. Hopefully they'll reprint it in the next compendium from Milestone. Sorry about this, I've come down with a bit of cold today. Don't seem to be free of being snotty this year. Plus, Doug Monk is one of my favourite Batman writers. I know a lot of people gone about from the 80s and 90s about Chuck Dixon, but I couldn't stand Chuck Dixon. I just found him very boring, just very average. Whereas Doug Monk was much more... I think he just captured the essence of Batman much more. But yeah, this artwork is just beautiful. We're just going to skip. J.H. Williams, his other stuff reminds me very much of Paul Gulacy. I mean, that cover, that's Chase. I remember her. This one is some pages by Kelly Jones. And J.H. Williams does quite a lot of the interior artwork as well. I like Kelly Jones, but unfortunately I think he's kind of like sided himself with Comicsgate recently, who I really can't stand, are so toxic. They're regressing comics instead of progressing them. It's like they're just angry old men, and I just think it's really sad. But I mean, that you can see the evolution of his art style here. I mean, this is when he starts getting more experimental with layouts, and that shade of light just there, so nice. Definitely one of my favourite Bat artists. That cover is superb. And then I'm just going to flick ahead. Yeah, this isn't. And then he does a radical departure in style here. Sorry, but I just got to look at that panel first. That's great, that page. I didn't even realise this was him, because the art style is so... Oh, that's why he's doing the writing on this one. That's why. It's silly me. So it's Seth, I thought it was Seth Fisher. It's Seth Fisher doing the artwork. So they've not just included... Like, this is the first time I've looked at it today. I've just come back from Manchester about an hour or two ago. So they've not just included his art, but he wrote quite a bit as well. So this is a Batman story, what he wrote, but with Seth Fisher doing the artwork. So a bit of a change in layout, but still very attractive artwork. Quite European in style. So just skip back from that. And we're back onto familiar territory with him doing the artwork on this tale. And Paul Dini doing the writing. He almost has like a Painsley effect with his inking, which is really unusual. I really do like it. I love his Commissioner Gordon. But yeah, I'd say if anything, he reminds me, he's like a more elegant Paul Gulacy. I mean, that is just a fantastic layout. And the use of design again in evidence here, and where solid black disintegrates into this. It's revealed to be a mass of bats. Just fantastic. Yeah, he's the perfect Batman artist, because he manages to incorporate like a gothic feel, but also keeps it light at the same time, which is quite a hard thing to balance out, as is evidenced here with is it Knight and Squire? That page is just so cinematic. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. So, like I said, quite a chunky book, about 450 or so pages, and if I remember rightly, yeah, he does a little afterwards at the end. So this book came out in 2014, as you can tell by the old 2000 DC logo. But yeah, very pleased with that. So, Tales of the Batman, J.H. Williams III. Like I said, a steal at $12.99. And it does make me want to hunt out the other books, hardback books in this series. I just love this format. I love the new Batman scenes, but for me, my Batman period was very much mid-80s through to early 2000s. That's, for me, was like peak Batman. If you ignore like things like Night Quest and Nightfall, I couldn't stand stuff like that. But stuff what Doug Moench did, John Wagner, Alan Grant, just perfect. And of course, Legends of Dark Knight was just a great anthology series. So yep, that's my bargain of the week, $12.99. Should have been a lot more, and I'm really happy with that. So I shall do another video later on this week. I should be getting quite a substantial amount of comics this week, and because I've got a few ones that were delayed through parcels that were delayed, so they should be coming as well. So I'll post an unboxing of those within the next few days when they come. Okay, thank you. Bye.